teams extending rookies. We talked about arbitration when the first handful of years come up and a team and a player end up going to court because they don't agree on their own value on a year-by-year basis. Teams extending rookies when you have access to all of this information about your top-end prospect. I'm talking about Samuel Basayo, who just inked a big deal. It is smart because if these guys aren't a hit, you're buying in early enough that they don't have the 30-30 season behind them in the big leagues. So instead of being down 25, 30 million a year, you're probably down 10 to 15 million a year, which still hurts. But it's not a ton of money in 2025 when the average payroll is well over $1 million. It's a dent, but it's not a deal breaker. If they are a hit, you got a bargain deal. And we have two very recent examples of this with larger sample size. The Braves, I would call them trailblazers. I know teams have done it before them, but the Ronald Acuna deal, how many times on national television or national radio when he was having an MVP-like season was his contract brought up? This guy was signed for a king's ransom. And then more recent, the Brewers did it with Jackson Chourio, and they signed him before he even stepped on a Major League Baseball diamond. A lot of people were critical of them. I was actually one of them before I saw this unfold in front of our very eyes. And I was big on Jackson in AAA, AA, all the way down to his high A days in high A Appleton with the Timber Rattlers. I was thinking, how do you know this guy is going to blossom until we're kind of tying it back to a topic we've talked about before, Jacob. We know more about these prospects than we ever have before. So risers, it's a mentality that I'm a really big fan of. It's one that's been surfacing up the last couple of years. If you extend your rookie and you really believe in him, put your money where your mouth is. Extend him. Then you don't let the MVP-like season, the Rookie of the Year-like season happen. Now their agent doesn't have as much leverage, financial-wise, to say, he's worth $40 million a year. No, he's not. He's a rookie. But I know one day he'll be worth $40 million a year, and I'm getting ahead of the curve on that. So long-winded I was there, but teams extending rookies, big fan of that.
Yeah, just to kind of piggyback off you, Coy. Yeah, huge fan of that. Again, you mentioned Marcelo Mayo, Samuel Basayo, another one in the AL East, Roman Anthony as well. Looks to be, again, another like bargain deal, getting him on that long-term deal. Yeah, it's great, and it's rewarding to top prospects. I think something else that we kind of had as well, didn't really discuss in that is just the road through the big leagues, and then you spend so much with an organization, and then in Leo DeVries's case, you get shipped off in that big trade, and kind of having that foundation is so huge when you have coaches from all different levels help you get to the double A, the triple A, and for the Sio Mayer and Anthony's case to the big leagues, and having that team trust it and believe in you, even though it's below market value. It's just such a huge confidence boost, I think, for these players, especially starting out. So yeah, huge, big on the risers as well. Right there with you, Coy. Great pick.